Okay, so what we're looking at here is the Disney Grand Floridian Villas, the grounds around the Grand Floridian Villas. I did this at night mainly because I was trying to get as little amount of people in the video as I could, as well as a lot of the other videos that I saw were in the daytime. So this gave it a unique perspective, I felt, because it is actually a very nice hotel, whether it's in the daytime or the nighttime. So the video starts off with me walking across to the main entrance and kind of panning around a little bit just to give you an idea of, how things look. That is the wedding chapel that's on the grounds of the Grand Floridian. And at any point I will stop talking just so you can kind of hear that it's actually really quiet and you don't necessarily need me jabbering in the background all the time, but I'll pipe up with poignant moments here and there. So that noise that you were hearing in the background is actually the monorail, as it has a stop right by the Grand Floridian. I'll be panning back to that in a moment. Now we're kind of in the main drop-off area in front of the hotel, so you pull your car up and then you can kind of go inside the hotel and car hops take your stuff. So we're going to swing over to the left here, and at the top of the screen you can see the monorail tracks and how close they are to the proximity of the actual hotel. Now, my hotel room was close enough that I could see the monorail and hear it if I had the door open, but the rest of the time, as you heard, the monorail is really, really quiet, so you probably won't be hearing it. This is the spa that is on the grounds of the Grand Floridian. It's one of the places that I did not go when I was at the hotel, mainly because this was my first trip, so we spent most of the times in the park rather than on the hotel grounds. Here you can see this is the monorail station with a monorail hanging out inside. And to the right of the monorail station, you'll kind of see lit up there in the background, that is the actual Grand Floridian. And this is just a jump cut a little further down the path rather than actually walking the entire path with you. So that is the pathway behind the villas at the Grand Floridian that will take you to the main house of the Grand Floridian, as well as a quick way to walk to the monorail stop as well. There's this neat little fountain which I could see from my hotel, or partially see from the hotel, so it's kind of little ledgers here to see where you're going. Again, I found the groups fascinating, so I was filming them. And what's that? It's a hidden Mickey. You'll have these on your hotel balconies as well. And just the fountain from another perspective. Alright, so this is, again, zooming forward a little bit, just past that little edge of the building you saw. So, this is right by the pool, and behind that rock there's an actual staircase that takes you up to the water slide for this particular pool. And if you notice here, there is a little sandy beach that you either have the pool to the left or you have this nice lake to the right. And as you can see, very well lit up at night. And this is further down that path, and we're shooting again towards the Grand Floridian proper. And this was one of the nights where they had the movies on the beach. So here you see they have the beach movie projecting onto the screen. Everybody's kind of down there. And just a slow pan so you can see that water looks like. Camera didn't really do as well as I'd hoped it would at night, but still, it was very pretty to look at. And again, that's the wedding chapel there. And just to the left of it is the roof line to the Polynesian, just visible past the wedding chapel. And just kind of give you an idea of just how much space there was to. And here we're back to beachside. So the little sliver of sandy beach that you get between the lake and the pool at the villas side of the Grand Floridian. Again, the grounds and pool take on a different look in the evening. Everything's kind of lit up and pretty cool, especially without being as crowded. I mean, it wasn't terribly crowded when we were there, but still. Just underneath that bridge is actually the outshoot for the water slide. And the pool itself was pretty cool. The end that I'm on right now is like ankle deep, and you kind of walk in, and just by the lifeguard's chair, I believe it was 4 feet deep. So even if you can't swim, you don't have to worry. And just, you know, place to eat right by the bar. I can't really tell that well, but yes, that is a bar behind those closed doors there. And there are more seats on the actual concrete deck. But the place to be is on that sandy beach, so get out there early. Now, that big rock in the background there, during the daytime, will actually have a waterfall going off of it. So that's another pretty cool feature of this pool, as well as there's a hidden Mickey up there somewhere. So if you can find it, let me know. So what we're looking at now is actually the connecting piece between the villas and the Grand Floridian proper, which just looks really cool at night. And there's the monorail stop again. Alright, so this is the wading pool for children. And that hat fills with water and then dumps, I don't even know how much water, on top of people. And those teacups to the side, I'll be panning back to those in a moment, kind of have a cascading water effect as well. And there goes the monorail. Yeah, so those teacups to the right have cascading water effects. And now we're back to the main entrance of the villas at the Grand Floridian. So you'll have to excuse the slightly cocked angle that I had this filmed at. The one thing I will say, the carpets in the the villas of the Grand Floridian were really, really plush. I mean, you could feel how soft they were even when wearing sneakers. So, to the right of the door, you have a little viewing area. Normally there's little Disney movies on that TV, and, you know, children hang out there. You get a very, I don't want to say pomp feeling from the hotel, but it is a very regal feeling. You have high back chairs there, the furniture with marble tops. And the floors. The floors, I'm not sure how often they polish them, but we got back from one of the parks at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and they had the cleaning crews polishing the floors here. So that was pretty cool. They let you know the type of upkeep that Disney does just to make their hotels as opulent as they are. Just a small example of some of the artwork you'll find. I'm a sucker for structural things, so pardon me for that. So yes, the penguins playing in the fountain is one of the centerpieces in this hotel, as well as the cool elevator doors. And floor indicators. Just in case you didn't see it the first time. So I recalled when this first opened, seeing videos of this fountain, and I kind of remember the water pressure being a little more, because if you notice that guy right there, his teacup's just kind of dripping and drabbing out, as opposed to being like his buddy over here to the right. I also kind of remember the water level being a little higher, but they may have had to change that for whatever reason. Maybe it was splashing too much, or people were kind of playing in the water when they shouldn't have been. Now, unless you're out late at night, you're not going to hear or see this as quiet as it is. Normally there's tons of people here. It's a little echoey. As you can see, those are the chandeliers. It is a 6-story hotel, I believe. So generally you're not going to find it this quiet. And this is the concierge area towards the front and left of the doors as you walk in. I figured I would come back up here because this is the first place that you're going to go when you come into this hotel.
Second floor.
And this is just a quick interior look of
Going down.
the elevator. Quite a few cuts because I was trying to keep myself out of the video.
Going down.
Just to give you another view of what the fountain looked like, as well as the floor in general, just the layout and how things look. So opposite the high back chairs, you have a couch sitting area. On either side. And just a little close-up of the chandeliers. And last but not least, the hotel wings as you're walking back to your room. Now, I did not film it in this shot, but there is a hidden Mickey made into the floors carpet, so keep an eye out for that. And this will be where we end the tour. The hotel room that I stayed at while I was here.